So I'm going to show you how to do a coloured acrylic using block techniques and a few different colours. I've started out by applying an opaque pink to the base, and I'm just carving that out into like a triangular shape. I want quite strong angles. What you can do is use a file when it's dried to really define the edges and make them really straight. And then the colours I'm going to use are the same pink I've used as the base, a white and a glitter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by using the glitter. This is a pre-mixed glitter that I've made myself. I used some bronze, some gold, and I've mixed that into acrylic. I'm going to start by placing it across one side. I'm using the brush to try and create an angle, keeping with the line effect. And as that's setting, I'm just manipulating that shape, and I'm just pushing it into a sort of rectangular shape, and I'm bringing it up to the top of that point that we created with the base colour. So as I do that, and as it sets, I'm going to just run that up one side. I'm again going to use a file just to define that shape further. You've got to wait until that acrylic's dry though to do that. I'm then going to go in with my second colour, which is white. I'm doing exactly the same and taking it right up to that end point there as well. And again, I am going to use a file just to straighten that edge. I did overlap a little bit, so I just used a cuticle pusher and I cut that acrylic when it was kind of almost dry, and it creates a really nice straight line. But again, manipulating that shape all the time with the brush, making sure my lines are as straight as possible. By doing the majority of the kind of shaping work with your brush, it allows you to kind of do less filing work. I'm then going to apply pink, and you can start to see a plait design coming through. Exactly the same technique, just patting, creating a rectangular shape, following it all the way through, filing to finish. So you can kind of see now that the shape's starting to grow. Make sure that you keep your coloured patterns the same way. So I've gone pink, gold, white. I'm going to continue with pink, gold and white. So now I'm onto the gold. You'll see at the end, it kind of does look a little bit bulky. At this point, it doesn't matter if your colours overlap each other, because we're going to file this really, really smooth to finish. But it's really important that you kind of keep your same colour palette and the sequencing correct, and always remember to bring that acrylic up to that point. I'm just going in with white. That bead was a little bit wet, so you kind of just got to wait for it to dry. With this sort of design, patience is key. It's quite a tricky technique to do, but just make sure you know that you are patient and make sure that you are working your way through. I'm then going to hit him with a bit of pink, and again bringing that in exactly the same technique, patting, pressing using the tip of my brush just to make sure that everything is neat, is uniformed, and creating that shape. You can start to see now how it looks a little bit bulky. I'm just finishing off that tip with the gold and the white, just kind of really playing with my free edge. We're filing, I'm doing the side walls and the free edge as normal. And then I'm using a beveling technique, and I'm going all the way over the top of that acrylic just to reform it. Again, this is sort of, I did hand file this, but I would use an electric drill. I'm just going to overlay with a soft pink acrylic, and I'm going to pull that all the way down just to add a little bit of strength and just redefine that structure. I'm buffing over the top. Anything clear, you kind of want to get rid of any scratch marks, so I'm using my buffers just to clear that off. And then I am using a non-tack top coat to finish off this design.